Hi, my angels and devils and all who may wander here. I've had a thought stuck in my head lately, and you'll have to forgive me. I have been crafting today. I spent a few hours working on a card for a friend, and I'm right in the midst of doing stuff for creative chemistry. My lounge room light has gone. I cannot stand on chairs or ladders due to balance issues, so I cannot change it to fix it. So I have to muddle through as best I can during the day because there's not enough light after about 3 or 4 p.m. for me to craft by, which I learnt today. Even with the lamp I have here and another little lamp, it's just not enough to see properly by. It's too shadowy. So sadly, that is just what it is. Part of the course when you live alone. Anyway, I have been thinking a lot about things, and whilst overall I am a very positive person and try and I say muddle through the best I can. Muddle through is usually code for me feeling like I'm pretty close to drowning, to be honest, or that I'm just literally scraping by. It's not, yay, I'm having a wonderful day. So if I tell you I'm muddling through, that's usually me saying I'm holding it together and I'm still here, and that's pretty good at the moment. To do with mental health, the self-help industry and sort of that spiritual new age movement that kind of tells us that we're not supposed to feel our feelings in a way, that we're supposed to just sort of push that to one side and be happy and positive all the time. Now, Cahill Brand has a whole section in the Prophet devoted to the fact that without the ability to feel extremely deep sorrow, we do not have a deep capacity for joy. The deeper the sorrow we have felt, the more joy we can feel. And that is kind of important because they are in some ways the flip sides of each other. And I think that in our modern society, we don't allow ourselves. I'm not saying to unpack and live. If you're having a bad day or a bad moment, I'm not saying unpack, live there and drag it around and make everyone else miserable. Please note, this is not what I'm saying. But I am saying take a moment to think about why you're feeling that way, how you got to feeling that way, and what it means for you, because we don't process emotion. And I think a lot of mental health stuff these days, I genuinely think that there are a lot of people with mental health issues that have been pushing down the bad stuff for decades, for years and years. Here's the thing. You can feel your emotions. You can have a day where you lie in bed and eat chocolate, or a day where you watch sappy movies and cry, or a day where you just cry for no reason. Feel the emotions. I always say when I get angry, I'm a storm in a teacup because it washes through me. I get really angry, I let it out, and then I move on. I'm done. It's out of me, it's out of my system. And I think that we get to a place where, because we are told that it is bad to feel negative emotions, that it is bad to have a bad day, that it is, and we start feeling guilty if we feel how we're feeling, like if we feel slighted or if we feel like someone has done the wrong thing by us, we feel like, I'm very good at going, okay, I'm done. That's it. Once you've pushed me to a point where I'm done and there is zero return, there just isn't. I might, creak the door open a bit if you ask me to, or if you push, as in the case of the Vanishing Man, who, by the way, is blocked I went through and blocked him because I didn't want to deal with it anymore, but who actually resubscribed to my channel, which I think is hilarious. I might creak the door open, but I'm never going to walk back through that door. Once it's shut, once I slam that door in your face, it's shut. I burn those fucking bridges behind me. Excuse the swearing, but that's the way I say it. There's a fantastic Australian band called The Greats, and there's a song called Burn Bridges, and that is pretty much me when it comes to burning a bridge. I don't look back. That may not be a good thing all the time, but I actually think for the most part, anytime I have looked back, I've ended up going, what the frickety frack did I open that door for? Or why did I let that door be pushed open? There is a difference between being spiritual and being a doormat. For anyone who hasn't read these books, go get them, read them, especially people who are not good at putting themselves at the top of their to-do list, which is another part of this. The only way you can truly take care of the people in your life and the people around you and be as helpful as you want to be is if you put yourself at the top of your to-do list. What does that mean? It means making time for yourself. It means taking time to do the things that ignite your passion or that just give you that Zen-like feeling. I did a really good article for Goddess magazine on Western forms of meditation, really, which is that the basic gist of meditation is anything that stills the mind and gives you that sort of zoned out space. Sometimes it helps you get your mind together. For some people, that can be gaming. I have a friend who it's ironing. That can be arting for me or crafting. The Manly Fairy is a really good place for me where I just feel like I can just totally zone and just be at one with things. So there are lots of other ways other than traditional meditation, especially if you're someone who struggles with traditional Eastern meditation. There may be something in your life where you just zone out while you're doing it. And that can be the same thing. I'm not saying, it doesn't mean watching TV and lots of loud noise and stuff either. But there are different things that for each of us, it is very different. And it's just finding that one thing that clicks in for you and that gives you that total zoned out sort of peaceful feeling and where you feel refreshed after doing it. This is one of the things I have been thinking about a lot because I listen to a lot of people say, just get up and get dressed and just do this and do that and be positive and, even fake it till you make it and stuff. And I'm thinking, is this why? Is this one of the reasons why we're faking it? We're faking happy, that we forget how to be truly happy? Back to the two books I just mentioned. The Art of Extreme Self-Care by Cheryl Richardson. Very, very well worth reading, especially for women, because women seem to be the ones who put everyone else first and forget to put themselves on their to-do list. If you're watching this, no more. Put yourself at the top of that list. I promise you, you will still have the time and the energy to look after other people. In fact, you will have more. The other book is also for creative types, and it is Amanda Palmer's The Art of Asking. I have a thing with my friends now, and I will make sure if I remember to link an article below which has the bit about Thoreau and the donuts. We tell each other to take the fucking donuts now. If you've read the book, you know what that means. It means accept help. It means accept that people want to help. It means allow people to give to you, and you don't always have to give back right then and there. There's this thing in our society where if someone gives you something, you feel like you have to give something of equal or greater value. And the thing is, we're all different in our incomes, in our circumstances. Sometimes the best presents are the ones that don't cost a lot, but someone may have put a lot of thought and attention to detail in. I have a friend who sends me I feel really bad saying this, but she'll understand. Her friend in Melbourne, and she is so lovely. She is one of the nicest people I know, and she is such a sweetheart. But her and I both struggle financially, and we don't always send each other big, expensive presents. She will actually send me something, and there will always be chocolate. There will always be something like like a really nice moisturizer, or like a little bath thing done up like a puppy, or an ice cream, or just various little things, stamps. And look, some of the nicest stamps that she sent me, things that she has sent me, have come from a $2 shop. If you know someone and you put thought into knowing who they are and what they like, it automatically, that touches me more. Some of the stuff I get sent, I just shake my head at. I have a friend, her and I laugh because she will see stuff and think I will love it, and I'll just think, Why? And God love her, I love it a bit, and it doesn't bug me as much. Like, it used to bug me a lot because just because I'm me and I like to have things that I'll actually like and want to use and utilize. But the fact is, she puts her heart and soul into it, and she adores me and I adore her. And at the end of the day, that is all that matters. I think we are so busy chasing rainbows and chasing happiness, we forget that true happiness comes from within. And that is another point of this, is that if you're looking outside of yourself for happy, if you're looking for someone to make you happy, you're not going to find it. One of the things in my life is that I can honestly say this, is that I don't have the easiest life. I don't have everything the way I would like it in my house, in my world in general. My finances are pretty crap. My Etsy store basically is my bonus money, like my play money. Sometimes it's just my little bit of eBay money if I sell enough. Usually it just covers its postage and maybe a few dollars for me if I'm lucky. It just depends on what I sell and stuff, but it is sort of my extra money to do things. It's how I got to do creative chemistry, between that and Pure Profile, which is a rewards program. The Pure Profile, it paid for the class. Etsy money paid for the things that I bought for the class, and I still don't have everything I would have liked because I can't do all the techniques, but that's okay. I will get it at some point. I can be having the worst day and still find something to be happy about. I am a bit of a Pollyanna in that way, but it's more because laughter is such an important part of every day. And when you can laugh at yourself and just the crazy places life takes you, that helps you get through. But do I stop myself from feeling my feelings? Sometimes, yes. But only when they're going to drag me down into the pit of despair, basically. I will take time out for me when I need to. I will take time off social media when I need to. I will stop posting videos if I need to. If it's what I need to get through, to help me rejuvenate, to help me take some time out, I will do it. If I can, I will let you know. But with mental illness, as you all know, that is a very hard thing to predict what's going to happen. So I just muddle through the best I can. The point of this really is allow yourself to feel how you're feeling. Don't dismiss feelings like, okay, there's a difference between going, okay, I'm feeling jealous of this person. Why am I feeling jealous? Okay, deal with that. Don't take your feelings out on other people if you can help it. If someone deserves your anger, I'm not going to stop you from, tearing strips off them if that's what you need to do and if they need to hear it. Sometimes people need to hear the anger. I've only ever once or twice in my life seen red, as in literally talking to someone, close my eyes, see red, furious. And one of them was an ex who accused me of trying to steal something when I had rung him to try and return something. That by rights, by law, was actually technically mine because it had been in my house for over 6 months. But anyway, that's a whole other story and we don't need to go there. Life's too short. But the thing is, it's about allowing yourself to feel. It's allowing yourself time to take time out if you need to. I know if you have kids, if you have a career, I mean, it's all good and well for me to say this. I don't work. I can't physically work. So I don't have that thing of having to get up and go to work. But if you take time for you, even if it's just a little bit of time, even if it's when you're having a shower or, journal, do something that helps you to cope with how you're feeling. I put a lot of feeling into what I create. So there are times where I totally need to zone out, and it helps me get back on an even keel sometimes. Sometimes it's frustrating. Like yesterday I was doing really well. I was having so much fun playing with alcohol inks and Yupo, and then I just couldn't get a couple of the techniques, and it was really, really pissing me off. And I was like, okay, grrr, and then I lost then the light went out, and I'm just like, you know what, it's cold, I need to go and get warmed up, I'm gonna have to go back into my room because I can't just sit here in the dark and do nothing. So I walked away, and that sometimes is what you need to do. Sometimes in life it's a good lesson for life. Sometimes in life we need to walk away, sometimes we need to persevere, and sometimes we need to tell someone to shut the beep up. Which is probably what people need to say to me, because this video is way longer than I had intended for a Monday musing. The gist of all this rambling is true happiness comes from within. Allow yourself to feel how you're feeling. Just do not unpack and live there, and do not drag others into your misery, because misery does love company, but happiness also loves company. Allow yourself to get your emotions out. Find a healthy way for you to do that, whether it be counseling, psychologist, journaling, creating, going for a walk, freaking bouncing a basketball, whatever it is for you. Find that something that helps you get through it. And that helps you process, because the more we process our emotions and deal with them, the less of a backlog there is, and the less of a thing where we're forcing ourselves to go through the motions of every day. And I think a lot of people do that now. I see a lot of people sort of pretend to have happy lives, and then they have these posts and you're just like, whoa, okay, you've been bottling that up for a while. So instead of bottling things up, find a healthy way to deal with them. Have a conversation. If it's involving someone else, try and have a rational conversation with someone. Maybe take a few beats when you're really angry, and then sit down and just say, look, this is how I'm feeling. This is why I'm feeling this. And this is, you know, sometimes it's just because some people are jerks. Like, let's face it, I'm never going to get to have a conversation with Vanishing Man and say you're an asshole because you did it to me again. And that I hope you're really not doing that to other SSBBWs. But someone who's, I just realised I'm going off on a tangent again, but someone whose Twitter feed only has a couple of posts, and one of them says on the 11th of May, time for some SSBBW loving. Now I know how far down the list I am too, by the way. That's hilarious. But yeah, I just think do some good things for yourself. Do something that you want to do. If you can, grab both of those books. I highly recommend them. The Art of Asking by Amanda Palmer. Now you're going to go, oh, but I don't like Amanda Palmer. Don't go into it with that attitude. Go and watch her TED Talk called The Art of Asking. It had me in tears the first time I saw it, because I was like, I don't ask. I don't ask for help, even though I desperately need help a lot. Probably because I'm so used to asking for help and not getting it. I'm so used to people ignoring me, sort of saying, well, I'd really like to do this, but I need to sell stuff from my Etsy store so I can. Yeah, so look, The Art of Asking is absolutely brilliant. And also Cheryl Richardson's The Art of Extreme Care, which I think every woman should read. And I think every teenage girl should be forced to read. I'm sure there are men who need the book too, but it seems to be something that is very much instilled in women, that we look after other people before we look after ourselves. And somebody got it very backwards, because in doing that we burn ourselves out. So I'm going to leave it there, my angels and devils. If you're new to my channel and you enjoyed hearing me ramble on and on and on about this particular topic, please click the subscribe button. I would really love to have you. I treasure each and every one of my incredibly amazing, wonderful subscribers. I am so grateful that you have all joined me for this weird and wonderful YouTube journey, especially because half of my videos, or actually most of my videos, I'm lying on my bed just talking to you. If you're a subscriber and you enjoyed this video, please click the like button, because not only does it mean the world to me, it actually helps me out and helps my channel. And I will talk to you all very soon. Bye!